happy birthday for yesterday, David.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you. You did text me as well. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes.
Just didn't want to let that go. It was Lutzie's birthday yesterday, Susan.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday on Father's Day.
It was, yeah. Mum got her bucket list of going to the Norman.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Was it everything she'd dreamed?
Yeah,
Or was it just a steak restaurant?
Sadly, it was.
It was.
It was everything she dreamt. It was.
She's done it all now.
It is a good
She's lived
restaurant.
every dream. She's had a steak at the Norman. She's now ticked that off the list.
What if you could score a bargain on your next holiday?
With so much of Australia to explore, it's time to What If It. What If has great deals on a range of hotels and holiday rentals, plus you can book flights and car hire.
Visit whatif.com. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Monday podcast.
Yeah, I know. Well, you miss it because what happens at the like Mitch either gets in first or Bronte gets in first.
Oh,
I felt,
is that why you're a bit dirty?
Yeah, and
Bronte?
Bronte's sitting down there. Although Bronte's been a little bit quiet lately because she was
Here she goes.
she was hungover the other day. She comes.
wasn't
Yeah, you were.
hungover.
It's
Were
all
you?
right. Own it.
I
Own
wasn't.
it.
I
Own it.
wasn't.
Huh?
Just some days I'm a bit quieter. But yeah, Mitch snaked
As long as we
in.
get another seat in here, we can share things.
I can
Oh,
sit
yeah.
on.
Yeah. Sit on his
no.
lap.
Share the microphone. Are you doing your bit? I got a bit for second.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Well,
I got a bit for third.
You can say, but no, Suze, you were saying that you ran into someone on Friday.
So Friday I was at a function and a beautiful couple came up to me. I can't remember their names. Oh, I should be good for the story. But anyway, they go, we own Golf Central. They go, you haven't come in. We said, we've seen the boys in there
Yeah.
for like hours and hours.
Yes.
And they go, you haven't come in yet. I'm like, oh, I know. I need to get in there. I really want to go in there after meeting them because the owner used to be a professional golfer.
What's okay.
I've got to find out their names. But
I had a lesson out there too with
Yes.
with the pro whose name was
it's not
Chris.
Robertson?
Quinton.
Quinton.
It was Quinton.
Yes,
it was
that's right.
it was
Yeah.
Quinton, and he was
very
very
good.
helpful. I want to actually.
Well, he
wanna
was
get
very
back into it, I wanna
he was
get
very
lessons.
helpful for me because I had an hour lesson
Yeah.
directly before Kip, and my lesson went over about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I got 12 minutes in total. He looked at 2 swings of mine.
And then he had to go.
Then he had to
literally
go.
He was,
Because he went long on you.
yeah.
Oh, no.
He just chatted and chatted.
Yeah.
He go, anyway, gee, I got to go, mate. And I was like, what the hell? So I got to
But they
go
were-
back.
After talking to them, I'm like, it's so good because they go, it doesn't take 5 hours, you know. It's fun. There's
Yeah.
no rules. I was telling him
At
about
Golf Central?
Yeah, Golf Central.
Yeah.
I was saying about some golf club experiences I've had where,
Yeah.
you know, it's a bit stuffy sometimes.
You know what's good about it, and it's not a paid commercial, is that you can go out there. It's got every shot is on video.
Oh, yes.
So once you hit the shot, you get to see it, but then you get to
Trajectory,
you get the
distance.
angle, a speed, club head, all of these stats, and then you can collate all that and go, okay. But at the end of the
I'm
day,
shit.
if you're a layman like me, if you're a layman like me, most of the time my 5-iron is going to go roughly 150 metres, and it's roughly going to go about 30 metres off course to the right.
That's good to know.
Roughly
Yeah, it
after
is.
100 shots,
Except for when you aim 30 metres to the left, and then it will go straight.
then it goes dead
Yep,
straight.
yep, into the water. Yep.
But yeah, you can play virtual games. That's what I like. You can, have
You can play courses,
Yeah,
right?
you go
Courses,
like, I'm
yeah,
going to
that's
play
it.
a game in London, and the whole thing's over in an hour.
Yeah.
You know, you see how you go. It's good.
And plus, you got DFO right next door, so you can
And
pop in there and buy some Converse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I
Maybe
do a
some
lot.
new golf shoes even.
That's
Yeah.
Or more likely Converse.
Yeah, I've got to get there. That's my aim for the week.
Yeah, I might even go out there this week too. Get back into golf.
Golf Central.
You're
The longest
home of
non-ad.
Yeah.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
When the words go hiding, oh, you know she'll find 'em. Here comes Cluesy O'Neill.
Cluesy's in the studio, ready to recap all of the clues.
This is more important than usual today because we are staying on air until the 25K goes away. So I think there's be a lot of people that will be tuning in that would have no idea what we're talking about.
There's a chance
You
to
can
jump
help them out.
in late.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. I mean, I hope it doesn't go off too quickly because that means my job is done.
What do you mean?
As soon as it goes off,
Oh,
you won't
as
need
Cluesy.
me anymore.
No, you'll be
As
back,
Cluesy.
Cluesy.
There's no way.
Do you
Cluesy.
You'll be
reckon?
back. Yeah.
Some people are saying
We've all
that
fallen in love with
Yeah.
it.
maybe they should do a Smarter Than Cluesy. for a week.
Oh, some people
Smarter than
are
Clues.
saying
Smarter than
that now that it's just you here, Cluesy, we can talk
Yeah.
freely.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
are saying, look, forget about just doing this like a smarter than Cluesy.
Yeah, what
Like,
else they say?
some people are
Well,
saying,
there's
let's bring
talking
Cluesy.
about an expansion role.
Full time?
Yeah.
Do you reckon I could
We
take?
love it when you're sitting in here.
Do you reckon I could take the seat of the person who usually sits here?
That ain't my job.
Oh,
I think-
maybe start you 2 days a week, then 3 days a week, then.
Yeah.
Take 8 years and get to full time.
And in 8 years, you'll be full time.
I think you could ruin smarter than Suze though because you're so smart.
True. Probably
You
win all
know,
the time,
it'll just be
wouldn't I?
win after win for Cluesy.
I know this is Cluesy's segment. Can I just say, I know you don't like it very much, but
What?
Susie was excellent the other night
Excellent.
at the Olympic dinner.
Oh,
I
wasn't
know
she?
this is not the
Why are
place.
you telling Clues?
Yeah,
This is not the time, the place to. I know it's raining on your parade here.
And in
Cluesy.
fairness, sometimes we
She was
give compliments
funny.
to Cluesy when Susie's
That's
here,
true.
but yes.
So yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's a toss up. Anyway.
She had to do something on the fly at that award.
she was doing stand up.
Yeah, it was
Let-
It
hilarious.
was, it was actually brilliant.
Come on.
I hear Cliff wrote a bit of it, but like. it's you.
I don't want to hear about
Cluesy, it's
I don't
you.
want
It's
to hear
you.
about her. This
Okay,
is
sorry,
Cluesy's
sorry.
segment.
Sorry.
And Cluesy's
Okay.
going to give. I'm going to give all the clues that I've given out over the last week. So I'll go through them now.
Okay.
So everyone keep listening. Can they ring in now or later? Because
Later, yeah, not till after
Later.
7:30.
Don't ring in now. Okay, don't ring in now. These are the clues. There's a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming.
Swimming.
Power. Power. Paddle. The number 7. Bell. Motionless. This one I can't even remember doing. The next one. Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan.
right,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
that was a big one.
That's one. That's
Oh,
one.
right.
That's the one that threw me off on a wild,
Oh, Ryan. Okay. Yep. Oh, the
a
last
wild
two.
goose chase. It threw me off,
To me,
actually.
the last two make it obvious.
Yeah.
So obvious. Mascot and dessert.
Mascot.
Oh, see, that's
Oh,
like-
God.
Dessert.
It's so easy, those
It's like
two.
it's
confusing
for
for
me.
me.
It's the complete opposite. But
The
the last
dessert-
two threw me completely.
Yeah.
The dessert clue is what completely took me off what I thought it was.
Think outside. I don't know. Just think.
Outside the
Outside the what?
outside the dessert.
Out.
Yeah. See, and then if you go back, like, how does dessert and power work together?
And 7. What's 7 all about?
Well, I was
What is that all
Is
about?
power at the show?
Well,
No.
think outside the square. I was at the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah. I was at the Olympics.
Who? You were?
Clues.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
I know. Susie.
Susie was at the
Yeah,
Olympics.
okay.
Susie was at the
Metaphor,
Olympics.
yeah, yeah.
This is where Susie saw this.
Power.
So
Dessert.
And the strangest thing I saw in Tokyo was
Can you just quickly wheel through them one more time?
quickly, I'll do it fast. Swimming, power, paddle, 7, bell, motionless, Ryan, mascot, and dessert.
All right. We're going to take your guess in about 20 minutes. And somebody in Brisbane today will win $25,000.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
there was an Olympians welcome home parade, or welcome home dinner rather,
Yes,
on Saturday night.
at the RNA Convention Centre, about 1,000 people.
More than 1,000
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We had the Premier up there boasting, saying this is the biggest party in Australia right now that's
Yes.
going on in here. Well, it was a black tie affair, and we were lucky enough to go along. And one of the members of our team, I don't know if you're aware, but at our table, Suze, you're at the table next door to
Right
us,
next
but
door.
at our table, one of the members of our team had a fashion disaster. What was it called? What was it called when a wardrobe malfunction?
A wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
Remember?
Oh, yes, Janet Jackson.
Remember Janet
Fashion faux
Jackson?
pas.
with,
Same thing.
That was Nipplegate.
That was
Yeah.
Nipplegate. This is something that could have challenged that, but such was the professionalism and the workmanship from the people involved that they pulled off one of the greatest smothers
Yeah.
that you've ever seen. I didn't even see it. Jody saw what was happening. I didn't even notice.
Fascinating.
And you were at the table, Lutzi. Guarantee
I didn't see it.
Guarantee you didn't even notice what
I
happened.
want to see it.
All right, let's talk about it next.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
So at our table on Saturday night, I was there with Jode, and then there was Dee and Mark. Bree, you were there with Bronte.
Large chunk of the team.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and at our table, Bree turned up. She was looking beautiful. She
Beautiful.
had this beautiful black dress on. In fact, Bronte
hair's
was dressed in
still
black
good.
too.
Yeah, your dresses were quite similar, weren't they? Were they both one shoulder numbers?
Both are beautiful.
Yeah, the
Yes.
dresses were awkwardly similar, I thought.
Well, I noticed
Were
that
they?
they were both dressed in black, so we said they were so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. We sat down at the table and the function started, and I don't know. I got lost. Like Susie, as Lutzy said earlier, you were great. You did some stuff up on stage. It was all entertaining.
Susie was excellent.
We welcomed home the Olympians and all the rest of it. And then I turned, and Bree, I didn't notice until it was explained to me. But what had happened and transpired in the hour that when we sat down, Bree had a wardrobe malfunction in her black dress that.
Not what you want.
What happened? The whole of the back of your dress blew out.
Yes.
Upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs. So it was a strapless, and we were waiting around mingling at the start, just around our table, and then I just felt the zip give way, and I was like,
"Were you seated at the table at the time?"
No, I was standing. I was standing, and I was like, "Oh my God, Bronte, we need to go to the bathroom now."
A big zip up the back of your dress?
Yeah, so
like
the
a really
zip
long zip?
stayed at the top, but then it kind of split from there.
The teeth all came
Yeah,
out.
the teeth came out.
Teeth gave way.
Yeah.
But the clip stayed at the top.
The clip
so it
stayed
didn't
in-
completely open up
No,
like a...
there was no nip slip,
a drawer,
luckily.
I think.
But if you got like a tracksuit top or something and it busts it busts open, it can't be put back in.
No.
And the whole of the back of the dress was blowing out. It's right at the start of the night.
It was a tight number too. Like, there's potential like that could have
gone at any moment.
Your dress could have blown off you.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was my thought.
You could have been standing there nude.
So
Could you imagine?
Didn't Bronte fashion
in front of Olympians?
What did you do, Bronte? You fashioned some type of thing out of the napkin, or you found
Really?
something else black that they could use to cover Bree's back as she was escorted from the room.
Security, we have a
Did you chaperone her out, Bronte?
Well, yeah. So when it first happened, Bree said to me, "We've got to go to the bathroom. This has happened." And we went in and saw the damage.
The damage?
She
There's no coming
basically
back.
sent me out there with the task of finding something black, and it was either going to be one of your jackets or whatever I could find on the table. And luckily, we had black napkins.
Yeah, and they used the black
what are the
napkin.
chances of that?
Now listen to this for what a great
What did you do
partner.
with
I know Jono is.
They were cloth napkins.
Yeah,
cloth napkin. There's
right.
black, so covered the area.
So we covered it, and then we're sitting down.
And your fiance at the time is out somewhere else, isn't he? He's on the drink somewhere else.
Yeah, he's at the boys having beers. They just finished a gig. And so I texted him and I was like, "Hey, babe, I'm so sorry, but you need to come bring me a new dress."
What?
Yeah.
Listen to what he did. Listen to what this guy
So
did.
then he got all the boys. He's like, "We're coming. We've got you. Don't worry." They got in an Uber. They had an awesome Uber driver called Mandy, who's this young girl. And so I was like, "It's black dress. Just it's in the cupboard. It's this brand. Blah blah blah. Bring it back for me."
They were on the drink. They got an Uber. He got an Uber with his mates. Went back to Bree's
home.
house. Picked up another black dress. Brought it to the convention centre. Bree went downstairs. Got the dress.
Got changed in the Uber.
In the Uber.
You got changed in the
this is
Uber.
amazing.
I feel like we need some the Mission Impossible music under it.
Yeah, literally.
And then to me, it was just another black dress. She sat down, right? She'd been gone 40 minutes or whatever. I didn't even notice that she was in a different.
I didn't know you
black
had the dress on.
Did you notice that during the night, Bree had a complete costume change?
No.
That was the one shoulder that Kit was talking about, but I didn't arrive in that. So there you go.
So I noticed at one stage you had one shoulder,
Yeah.
but that's not where you started.
No.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is such a good fiance.
I know,
I'm so
isn't
happy
he?
that you're getting married to him.
I know. What a
Seems like
gem.
nice-
Jody
that's
was
a good taste.
Jody was very impressed with that too. I mean, that's a big call. He was out having his night out as well. Mm-hmm. And he went, I would have gone, isn't there a napkin that can cover it up?
Yeah. And if
Borrow a
Mandy,
jacket.
the Uber driver's listening, that dash cam video camera,
Yes.
that footage would be just
This
excellent.
went viral on OnlyFans.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Brisbane. One word could make you $25,000 richer.
The strangest thing I saw in Tokyo was
Susie O'Neill's $25,000 missing word. One single word. One instant Brisbane winner.
So, somebody today is going to win $25,000, either right here or after 8:30 this morning. Someone in Brizzy will win the money.
I reckon they're going to win it now.
Well,
Because to me, listening to Cluesy, the clues make it so obvious.
it doesn't help me though.
Think outside the square.
Yeah, but you saying that doesn't. I don't know how to think outside the square.
Actually, you
Like
probably
one
don't have
square, I don't even see a square.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
may
what
not-
the square is.
You may not have to anyway, because Tom from Boondall
Oh, geez,
may get it.
I'd love to see it go to Boondall.
North side represent.
Tom, what would you do with it? Would you upgrade the BMX track? Would you give Sue's Corner a paint job? No, that sounds dirty. That's not actually
I don't
dirty
know.
what you said.
I don't know.
Tom knows. If you know, you know.
If I know, I'll probably help with the mortgage, I reckon.
Yeah, 25
so
grand.
selfish.
You would
What
help
about
to
Sue's
irrigate
Corner?
the wetlands.
Yeah, not good.
What about the Pizza Plaza?
When you say
Oh, yeah, the pizza plaza on the corner.
when you say Sue's Corner, you
All
don't mean Susie. You mean another place? At
No,
Brisbane?
sorry. Yeah, Sue's Corner is actually the shops.
Okay.
Yeah, where I got caught shoplifting in grade 4. Yes, at the news agency.
Now, Tom, what's your relationship with this competition, mate? Have you been on board since day dot? It's cool if you're a newbie. There's lots of people that are tuning in trying to win the 25K, but what's your story?
Oh, a couple of weeks, I think. I've had to have a couple of ideas and the clues have just thrown me a bit, but I think I've got it.
Has there
Maybe.
been one particular clue which locked it into place for you that you went, okay, this is it? This is
I reckon the national anthem at the end there last week.
Ooh, so
What was that?
Mason and DC during the day on Friday gave another little clue.
Oh.
Yes.
They played some audio.
Yeah. Well,
Don't say what it is, Tom.
Well, it
Don't
sounds
say.
like
We
it was a
already said it
national
was an
anthem.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but he didn't
we
say.
don't say which
Where,
anthem.
not
Yeah.
where. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was the piece of the puzzle for you that it went, okay, I've got it.
Yeah.
Tom, for 25K.
All right,
Have a look.
finish the sentence. Here we go, mate.
The strangest thing I saw in Tokyo was a...
Moose?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What?
He's got it!
Oh,
That's
it!
it!
That's
Tom, $25,000, Tom.
Oh, man. Thank you so much.
A moose.
I did not expect you to say it. How did you get
You
the?
scared the hell out of me then.
How did you get it? How did you get it?
I don't know. I was just going over and over there when you said the mascot, and I was looking through all the mascots and things, and then it wasn't until I think my girlfriend was like, "Moose is a dessert," and I was like,
Moose.
That's genius.
Yes.
Moose. A moose is a dessert.
Yeah.
That's thinking outside the square.
Let's have a listen.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
make
it.
we'll make it
Yeah.
official here.
The strangest thing I saw in Tokyo was a moose.
Congratulations. You've just won $25,000.
Wow.
Tommy.
So the Canadian team had a mascot. Like we had an emu and a kangaroo outside the Australian headquarters.
Yeah.
The Canadians had a moose,
What do you mean a moose?
like a
fake moose?
Like a
mascot.
mascot
Yeah.
moose.
Like it was made of I don't know what,
Was it fluffy?
metal.
Oh,
It
mate.
was
Oh, yeah,
like a hard.
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
And one day I looked outside my
like
window.
plaster cast or something?
Yeah,
Or-
like a moose,
Yeah.
an animal. And then one day I looked outside my window and people had pranked Canada and they'd picked up the moose and they'd put it in the main street of the Olympic Village as a joke.
Right.
Right.
It's like it's a big life size.
It's pretty strange.
I'm looking at a picture
Yeah.
of it now. Will Mitch get a picture of that up? Or is it up now?
Oh, wow, I can see it,
Mitch
yeah.
is going to be putting a picture of the actual moose that Susan's doing. It's like a big red, maroon, plaster cast moose with big horns
It
out
is
and everything.
huge.
Can you run through the clues or do we not do that?
What was motion? Oh, motionless, because it
Motionless
didn't.
statue.
What about the paddling? What's paddling? mean?
Paddle is another word for antlers. It's
Seven?
Antlers.
What's 7 mean?
Canada won 7 gold medals.
That's a bit of a stretch.
okay.
Yeah.
Still. So it was Ryan Reynolds, not Ryan Gosling.
what was
Or
Ryan?
Gosling
Ryan
Canadian?
Reynolds and Ryan Gosling are both Canadian.
Both Canadian.
Okay, right.
Swimming, so mooses are very good swimmers.
Oh, are they?
Power, they're very powerful.
Yeah, they are.
The bell.
Well, what's
Oh,
the
wow,
bell?
The flap of skin that hangs under the chin.
They call that a bell.
Well, that's
call
a,
that a bell.
totally redundant clue that you totally put in there to
bit of
put
a
us all
nasty
off
one.
the scent.
Yeah.
That's a
But the
ridiculous clue.
The
Yes.
last 4 for me make it obvious. Motionless.
Yep.
Statue. Remember we were
Yeah.
talking one
There's a
day
statue,
and
right.
you said something about a statue and I said, as Susie, that would be motionless.
Yeah, okay.
Or, anyway,
Yeah.
You
you
confirm.
probably can't remember that.
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds and Gosling, Canadian. Mascot, it's obviously a mascot for the Olympics,
Team,
one of the
yeah.
teams. And then dessert, moose.
Moose.
Mascot and dessert really.
So, Tom, you mentioned you got the mortgage, but you're going to put a bit of it toward fun. What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah, I'll take the family and the boys out, I reckon.
Yeah.
To Pizza Plaza or?
Why'd you find somewhere that
Yeah, the
that
pizza plaza.
There you go.
Pizza's everyone.
anywhere out north sell moose, like actual moose meat for dinner? You can do
geez.
that, like one of those sort of
Moose meat.
delicatessen. You know,
There's a Chinese joint just around the corner from the Pizza Plaza.
you get moose.
I
Yeah.
get there.
The golden bamboo. Try the golden bamboo, Tom.
might
They
struggle.
may have
All
moose
right,
meat.
I'll write it down.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Wow.
Tom. $25,000, mate.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it, hey?
What a game changer.
Well done. What a Father's Day present.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you ever won anything before? Have you ever won? What's the biggest thing you've won up until now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think anything, really.
Well, the hopes and dreams of his wife. Obviously, he won that.
You won that.
Tom?
Yeah.
Well done.
Even he's laughing at
Well
that.
done, mate.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Because we're just talking about the Olympics, sort of, with the... It just went off, the $25,000 missing word.
Tommy from Boondall.
Yeah.
Tommy from Boondall. It was Moose.
Moose.
It was the Canadian mascot.
Yeah.
But it reminded me, I saw over the weekend, I think it was last night, the Sydney Opera House broadcast. You know how they can put things on the Opera House, like use it as a big overhead projector screen?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
So they had photos of every single Olympian and Para-Olympian, so 665 athletes. They broadcast photos of them onto the Opera House for 30 seconds each.
That's cool.
It took 5.5 hours to get
Wow.
get through all the athletes. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And they had it all done up green and gold. And
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
it's really cool.
Amazing. So I've got in the background there. I was laughing then. I wasn't laughing at you. Well, what's happening is that when Tom won the 25K, Bree and I think Bronte bought in like cash guns, and
Yeah.
shooting cash, like
They were making it rain. Literally making it rain.
for the
in here.
video, and it's like then that, but which is a great moment.
Yeah.
But it also takes me back to like in American strip clubs, like after you make it rain,
Yeah.
the stripper, which in this case is our producer
Is
Bree,
Bree.
has to get on her hands and knees and collect all the cash.
Yeah.
And that's what's been happening in this room. Bree's been collecting fake cash from our feet
Yes.
for the last sort of 5 minutes.
I felt bad too because
I know, right?
the money's closest to my feet.
Yeah, so she's like
And
literally.
I go, I'll help you in a second, Bree. I've just got to concentrate on the next segment.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
doing
on air
the
here,
radio. Don't stop it. Stop.
How humiliating, Bree.
You're on air and Bree's just crawling around picking up singles.
Fake singles.
Wash your hands now, Bree.
Yeah.
Seriously, wash your hands.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Halfway through the podcast. Now, someone said they had something that they needed to get in. They called dibs. It was you? I think you said dibs.
Yeah, I completely.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon if did you buy raffle tickets the other night?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
You were the only one, Ash.
I was the only one at the table.
They never actually came to me. They must have just seen the money in your eyes.
They said to me, Suze, they go, the lady comes over, she goes, you want to buy raffle tickets? And I went, oh, okay. So I bought $100 worth of raffle tickets. And then she goes, did anyone else at the table want to buy tickets? And Lutzi was facing away from me, but I went, see him there. He's really rich. And the lady goes, I said, go over, he'll buy some tickets. And she goes, he told me to come over to you.
Really?
That's good.
And then I've given the tickets to... I gave the tickets to you.
Yeah.
That was your job. And then you've just offloaded. You offloaded it to the most irresponsible person.
Yeah, I have no idea. I actually bought 3 tickets. But
Did ya?
I
Yeah.
got no idea whether
Yeah,
I
well,
won.
she said you'd bought tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gave them to Lutzi. And so,
So we had
did
two-
Ash win?
Well,
he didn't even
don't know
check
if
himself.
I won, let alone.
Did
Ash
you buy
won.
$100 worth?
Yeah, 3 tickets, $100.
We had $200 worth of tickets between the three of us, between the two of us.
Nothing.
And you missed the announcement.
Yeah.
Well, I was there. I just.
This was taking a
pissed.
bit long. They did the auction.
Oh, it was after the auction.
It was after the
Yeah,
auction.
it's the very last thing.
Yeah.
Did people get up and dance afterwards and that type of
I
thing?
can't tell you.
No, she left.
Oh, you
I
left.
I was
Susan
there-
and I were the last
I
ones.
was. Were you the same?
Oh no, you. I left before you.
I
Actually.
was ushered out of the.
Yeah, you
Literally,
were-
I was.
yeah.
I was the last person to walk out.
Dawn
Really?
Fraser ushered her out.
Oh. I saw you and Dawn up there, like next to each other on stage. Yeah.
Was there dancing?
What were you talking about?
She said.
I saw Nat Cook was trying to. Like,
she said a private joke to me.
Yeah, I know. Nat Cook was trying to get in on it. It was like, I could see you were like, piss off, Nat. I'm
Oh,
talking
no.
to Dawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, Dawn was funny. It was her birthday. I'd forgotten
Oh,
it was her
yeah, it
birthday.
was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was 84.
Bullshit. 84?
Oh, did you hear what she did? You guys had probably left before it happened.
They might have, Ash might have gone.
So Dawn Fraser had her. I can't believe
Gina.
this. Actually, she framed up her 3 gold medals she'd won in a row
Did you see this?
in a
I saw
frame
that. Yeah.
and said Dawn's 3 gold medals, whatever, and presented it, gave it away to Gina Reinhardt.
Wow.
She gave away her
gave away
3 gold
Yeah.
medals.
That's pretty massive.
What?
Like
In
Gina's-
a memorabilia piece.
Yeah.
In a
But
memorabilia
hang on,
piece.
but what's Gina going to do with it? Because Gina's been very great. Like Gina
Yeah.
has been an unbelievable support.
She's-
She'll donate that to the. Where's your one? It'll go to a museum, won't it?
Yeah, maybe the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
Gina will do that,
But
won't
Gina's
she?
been the.
She gave it to Gina.
Yeah, Gina's
On
the
stage.
biggest sponsor
Her Sunday.
almost of sport in Australia.
Yeah.
Or she would be. She gives $10 million
What sports?
a year in swimming, rowing, artistic swimming, and beach volleyball.
Yeah, that's great that she does that. You know, and she's got that in, and Triggerboff from Meriton.
Excuse me?
Harry Triggerboff from Meriton Apartments.
yeah,
I mean, I love that. He said he got so much enjoyment from watching the Olympics that he went, I just wanted to do something. And so he's going to compensate the medal winners or something?
Or medal winners.
Yeah, I like that.
Get
I think
$5,000.
I think that's
I'm
pretty
all up
cool.
for it.
Yeah, I'm all up for that too.
And then it was also Dawn's birthday.
Yes,
So
what
everyone
she-
sang happy birthday to her.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's cool.
And
Yeah.
is she 84?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, you know, when I look at ads like those infomercials, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. But there's one she does where she puts her feet on this thing that jiggle, 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 jiggle. I think, shit, if Dawn's doing that, she looks great.
Yeah.
But don't you reckon Dawn's not putting her feet in the jigger jigger? Dawn's just saying she's putting her feet in the jigger jigger.
I don't know whether
Like
Dawn's
the
feet are
jigger-
a bit
No,
of
I'm
jigger
not. I'm not having nothing against the jigger jigger. I'm just saying Dawn Fraser. Is
Dawn
like-
says it helps circulation.
Dawn was wearing leather pants.
Yeah, she was.
She looked hot.
Was she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked great.
How did you cut yourself?
Oh, I just scratched myself.
Oh.
Dawn was
jiggered,
wearing black leather pants.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She looks good.
There were so many fit, beautiful people at that
There really
function.
was.
At your table. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What about...
You forget how statuesque Kate Campbell is.
yeah.
Dawn's skinny, isn't she?
Yeah, she is
Had a chat with
statuesque.
her, holy
You're right.
crap,
Yeah.
You got Boxall, that was great. Thank you
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
Did that for me.
What
I
about the
assume.
legs on
And Bowley.
the beach volleyball? What's her name?
Taliqua Clancy.
So
Unbelievable.
tall.
She's just...
She's really tall, isn't
She's like
she?
another
Legs for days.
species.
Legs
yeah.
for days.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Who else looked interesting?
Interesting.
Who else did I think was impressive?
I tell you who I saw that I wasn't expecting to see, non-Olympian, was the guy who wrote Mao's Last Dancer. He's the head of Queensland Ballet. He's
was he there?
Lee.
Yeah, he
He's
goes.
an interesting guy.
Yeah.
I met him at the Broncos a few weeks ago.
Did
Cody
ya?
Simpson.
Yeah, I did.
Cody Simpson
No,
was
not
there.
Cody
Cody
Simpson.
Simpson,
No,
yeah.
he's Chinese.
Cody
this guy.
Simpson's not the head of the Queensland Ballet. Bronte, what the...
No, but he did write Mao's
Got a
Last
leg
Dancer.
for it.
He wrote
did
Mao's
write
Last
Mao's
Dancer.
Last
That
Right,
guy,
yeah.
Lee
Jing, I think.
Lee Jing is
Yes.
married to
Yes.
the person he's married to's nephew was in the Olympics.
Ah,
Hang on.
okay.
Lee Jing's the person he's married to. His nephew's in the Olympics. What sport?
Swimming.
Yes.
And it's Cody Simpson.
He wants to collaborate with us. What does that
it's,
mean?
He wants to do a
Who does?
collab.
Lee does.
Lee wants to collaborate with us. He gave me his business card and everything. But
Gee.
I was like, yeah, I would love to. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
It
Sounds
means
good,
he's
though.
going to do a stage show with us, like a ballet show.
Clearly.
It'd be pretty cool.
Obviously.
Clearly, that's what it means.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was having one of those conversations where I'm using words like transcend.
Oh, you go down that path, do you?
Yeah.
You're either pitching a TV show or you're.
Transcends demographics.
We learnt the word transcend. I always think of when we're involved in that TV show. Well, the thing is that it transcends life. Isn't that what you say?
Oh, no, I'd say it's like it broadens the appeal. Yeah, I take what I bring to the table, Lee. Is I take a topic which is you need to see my hands here. I've done this a million times, guys. But so I do my hands like about
Face width.
12 inches apart. Average penis length. Yeah. And I go, what I do, Lee, is I take a subject which appeals to this many people, do the 12-inch thing, and I broaden one hand, only one hand, and I broaden the appeal to this amount of people. And now we're looking at,
Quite a weapon.
a 36-inch penis. And Lee said, here's my business card, let's talk business. Let's do this.
And you're sure he wants to do business together?
I'm not sure what's that.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Geez, we're so close just then. I don't know where Dee was from Fun and Games, but she'd left her, like the container from like a bullet blender.
NutriBullet.
She left it on the table in the kitchen with all her, it's the healthiest stuff I've ever seen.
It's like cabbage, carrot,
Capsicum.
broccoli.
No, there's kale. There's a
Definitely
heap of kale, carrot, cabbage.
In a shake.
Yeah, and she just left it there pre-blend so we could seal everything in there. But
I think there's garlic in there. Like there's bits of
it's
everything.
super
Yeah.
healthy.
Ginger
There's definitely ginger.
Yeah.
I think there's pawpaw in there.
Yeah.
Goodness, this sounds like a soup.
and water.
And water.
Yeah, but also next to that is like what I call the Monday drop, which is like our breakfast for the week. It's a magnificent setup there now where you've got all sorts of goodies where we can
croissants
but there's also donuts, fresh donuts.
Oh.
And I was that close to just like I presume Dee was in the toilet, just like pushing, like literally with my fingers pushing a donut deep into that.
You should have done it.
Into that healthy concoction, and her not knowing that she's smashing like 1,002 calories. She'd be like, it'd be delicious.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be
It's
beautiful.
worth going to the extra effort to be healthy.
You don't need sugar. It's sweet.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue. Brighton Homes has wound back their prices by up to $33,000. You don't need to be smarter than Sue's to save with Brighton Homes.
Leslie, hello, out of Eden's Landing. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, Leslie's got 3 grandkids in the car, but they don't want to do a gimp. But did they like the hold the phone, Freddie part of the proceedings? Do they?
They've moved on. The gimp is so last year.
Oh, they just want the phone, Freddie.
Fair play.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go.
Life moves fast.
Yeah, and if you don't slow down to appreciate it once in a while, you might miss something. What movie?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller, great get.
Great film.
Good get.
Leslie, what are we talking about? Oh, Smarter Than Sue's. Let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. I will say, if you've just tuned in, the 25K, it went about half an hour ago. The missing word was moose for Sue's.
Moose.
A brand new competition we're launching in the next 40 minutes, so stand by for that. But let's get some money for you. $400, Leslie. 30 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. What kind of marine animal is Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants?
I am starfish.
Name the brothers who invented the first aeroplane.
The Wright brothers.
What is the first element on the periodic table?
Pass.
Which city has the world's tallest building?
Dubai.
Spell probably.
Probably.
Stop the clock. Sorry, what was the first element on the periodic table?
Potassium.
Time. I think, we're all well over time there.
Well, over time. I forgot that you passed there.
Even if you repeat it straight
capsicum.
Yeah. And you had capsicum as the first element there,
right,
Leslie?
Potassium.
Calcium.
Calcium.
I've got you down for capsicum and hold the pineapple. All right.
It was close.
You did very well. I think grandkids are going to be impressed with our... what do you run by? Grandma? Granny? Nanny? What do you got?
Nanny.
Nanny. I think they might be impressed with Nanny, but let's just wait and see. The gimp this morning is from Rebecca. She's gone YMCA.
It's time to bring in the G-I-M-P. It's time to bring in the G-I-M-P. It's time to bring in the gimp. It's time to bring in the gimp. It's time to bring in the G-I-M-P. It's time to bring in the G-I-M-P. It's time to bring in the gimp. It's time to bring in the gimp. It's time to bring in the
Very good.
Strong.
All right.
And the bass goes
Oh,
bringing.
no, hang on.
What are you going to do?
Nearly double.
Two for
Sorry,
Tuesday.
Can't do that. The kids wanted this.
Yes.
Hold the phone, Freddie.
Susie O'Neill. I thought we were miracles. You won't see anything like that again this year.
They requested that, did they?
Oh, the kids love it.
They
The
call it
grandkids.
what? Hold the phone, Freddie.
Hold the phone, Freddie.
That's so funny.
Nanny's playing. All right, let's go. 30 seconds on the clock and your time starts.
Nanny?
Wait. Are you okay?
What?
We called her Nanny. Like,
Nanny.
she's called
You're-
Nanny. She's a grandma.
Leslie is
She
your
likes
competitor. She's in the car with the grandkids, and the
She
grandkids
sounds
call her
quite young,
Nanny.
too. She sounds young for a
Okay.
grandma, a little bit.
Nanny, how? No, we won't ask that.
Well,
No,
in my
ask
mind,
questions, but
I'm
not that
playing
question.
against a 95-year-old
No,
lady.
it's-
Hey.
Hey.
Watch out.
Don't get Nanny upset.
He's up, says Leslie.
She sounds
30
young.
seconds on the clock and your time starts now. What kind of marine animal is Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants?
A seal?
Name the brothers who invented the first airplane.
Smith.
What is the first element of the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
Which city has the tallest building in the world?
Dubai.
Spell probably.
Probably.
Stop the clock.
Okay.
Oh, they were hard.
I remember the first time I said SquarePants SpongeBob. Whatever you said. What's his name? That's a hard thing to say.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
You got it out somehow.
very well.
8 seconds left for Suze, and that's more than enough.
Wow.
Leslie went to the buzzer.
I think I stuffed that up both times.
No, you didn't. You got it out.
That sounded
I
a bit
knew what you meant.
It's hard to say though.
SpongeBob
SquarePants. Oh, I hated
It's easier
that
in
song.
song,
My kids love that one.
Yeah.
This is very tight this morning. It's very, very tight.
Tight.
We'll start from the bottom and work up. Spell probably. You both got that right. Probably. It's 1-all. See how quick
Always makes me
see how
laugh.
quick I move on now these days. I've been conditioned when I say that again for the next bit, real quick. 1-all. Which city has the world's tallest building? You both said Dubai, and that's correct.
Is that correct? I would have said Kuala Lumpur. for
It's
some
the Wiz Khalifa, isn't it?
The Wiz Khalifa.
reason. The Wiz Khalifa.
Is the name of the building. Now it is 2-all. What's the first element on the periodic table? Leslie, you passed on that. We didn't come back to it and have enough time. Suze is very good. We went to the museum one day and they had a periodic table. I sat there with the periodic table. Suze just rattled them all off. She knows them all.
What, you two went to a museum together?
No,
Yeah.
when we
So
did that
did you.
photo shoot.
It was for a reason. We danced.
Oh, yes. You
Remember
were there.
that?
You were there, Kip.
Was I?
Yeah, we all were.
We did that 60s photo
We're so
shoot.
cultured. We went to the museum.
Danced.
Could have sworn I'd never been to the museum. You're right, we did.
We were there. 3-2 to
So
Suze.
hydrogen,
Suze is in
yeah.
front with hydrogen.
Hydrogen and helium.
Name the brothers who invented the first aeroplane. Susan said it was the Smith brothers, Jason and Darren. Used to play for Queensland.
They went on to play for Queensland.
Terrific Queensland.
They invented the plane, went on to play for Queensland. And you said the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers is correct,
Right.
Leslie, and you have tied it up with 1 to play. It's
That's
3
very
all.
good.
And we're playing for $400. What kind of marine animal is Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants? Sue said it was a seal. Leslie said it was a starfish. It's a starfish.
yeah.
You're right, Leslie. You're smarter than Susan. You have just
Got
won
it!
$400. And on top of that, you get the I am smarter than Suze confirmation bumper sticker you can put on the back of your car, and you're in the draw for the Mitsubishi ASX at the end of the year.
Yeah,
That's a good Monday morning for you.
Well done,
it
Leslie.
definitely is. On the way to school.
On the way to school, you're going to stop in and get a treat or something for the kids for that?
Oh, no, it was all me.
It was all you. You get a treat for yourself.
That's pretty good for an old bird.
Yeah, pretty good.
Did you like
Hey,
$400. Well done, Leslie.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Disappointing exit for the Brisbane Lions in the AFL.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, was it close?
1 point.
1 point.
Couldn't get any closer.
There was two. There was plenty of kicks, but there was a couple of kicks in that final 5 minutes that, if they'd gone through for a behind,
Yeah, not even a goal.
But
Just they went out of bounds.
they went out of bounds, and that was it.
I just read the paper as well.
What?
It says Lachie Neale is keen to return to Fremantle in a bombshell move
No.
that will threaten Brisbane's premiership window. Is that public knowledge?
It came out last night. We're going to have a talk to him on Thursday, I think. But you could, I think Jules is 7 months pregnant. Yeah. All of her family's in Perth.
But
It's got to be all about that.
He's still got a couple of years on his contract too.
I hope.
Oh, either way, we'll see what happens there.
But I want him to stay.
I
want him to stay too.
He's been so good.
Yeah, good for our show.
Yeah, it's good when he comes
feel like
in
we
here.
haven't.
We've just become
getting
friends.
started, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Harley comes in. It's Harley. He's the dog.
Yeah.
He can't do it to us. Harley's formed a bond with
That's
us.
right.
Yeah, you can't take Harley out of this.
Maybe if we offer, I was going to say,
We'll keep
us all
Harley.
to help.
We'll
but maybe
keep Harley.
It's probably more like if we offer Mitch, say, look, Mitch is going to help you raise that child. Mitch is going to be around like family.
What, Mitch goes to Fremantle?
No, he goes around to Lockie's house and does
right.
the things that Jules' family would have done.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah.
Mitch will be there making lasagna.
Or maybe just Mitch goes to Fremantle.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to sit in here with Lockie. I'd do that for the team.
There you go.
No, Harley had read the sport.
He'd make less mistakes.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
We got badly beaten in the Bledisloe, which I'll be honest, I wasn't even sure realised was on over the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't realise New Zealand had made the trek. I thought they'd pulled out of that. But they must have gone over eventually.
And I think Argentina is here as well, and there's some type of Tri-Nations thing that's going on.
Oh, right.
But we got badly beaten in the Bledisloe, but the Broncos had a win against Newcastle to close out the season, which was a pretty good way to end the year.
Weird.
What's that?
But just Newcastle, resting players.
Yeah.
and the
Well-
entire forward pack, wasn't it?
But they've got next week now. Newcastle's got next week, so
Yeah, the
they
Broncos.
do that from time to time. Sometimes
Yeah.
that last round you can see, like the Gold Coast came out yesterday and just absolutely smashed the Warriors, who just looked like they'd put their cue
I know.
back in the rack.
Yes. Yeah, they were home. They were already, half of them were already in Queenstown in their minds, I think. The Warriors were, yeah.
But they were fighting to the end,
Oh.
literally.
Yeah. What about the Blues?
Got scary at the end there.
Yeah. At one stage, it was 10 players versus 11 on the field because so many players were getting sent off.
Yeah.
Really?
And Matt Lodge gave the crowd the finger as he was heading to the set. Like he'd had enough.
It was old school.
Yeah.
It was like interesting.
4X cans about to get thrown on the field. It was that old school.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
You mentioning that dressing gown that I got, that it has become my dress. I've never had a dressing gown
From the
before.
Swaz. I love
From-
Swaz. You got a really beautiful dressing gown.
Jodie went along as an honorary swar and she picked up this dressing gown. It's way too big for her. It's big on me, but I've just started wearing it.
Is it that bathrobe material? Like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
soft,
it's beautiful.
Oh, and
like
it-
it's beautiful.
And you tie it around you like you're a prize fighter. Like it's just, and I've honestly just started wearing. And I like that it's got Jodie's name on it. You know, I walk around. But I had a moment yesterday. It was Father's Day. And I was it was just the natural way that I happened to be dressed. And I was looking on Facebook, and one of the guys that I went to school with put up, he's exactly he's 1 year older, but whatever. He put up a picture of him with his family and all the rest of it. And I thought to myself, I hadn't seen him in a long time. I went, oh, wow, look at him. He's got old. Like he has. I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, honestly, judging him for getting old. And I looked down, and at that time, I was wearing, this is what I was wearing. You know those McDonald's pajamas they gave us?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
love
was
them.
wearing the long McDonald's pajamas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the pants.
The pants.
Yeah, they're flannels, yeah.
I was wearing that dressing gown over the top, like tied up.
Yeah.
And you know those Grosby slippers that I've got
Yes.
that I've been wearing? I was wearing them as well. And I went,
Pathetic.
how dare I be judging someone for getting old?
and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, it was early in the morning.
Okay.
But Levi was there, my oldest boy was there with Liv, and I said, look at me. Look at what's happened to me. I'm 48. Look at how I dress. And I said, but you know what? And because they were laughing at how old I was, I said, I'm comfortable. I'm honestly
Oh, dear.
comfortable.
You've reached that stage.
Yeah,
And I
that's what
realised-
someone at that age would say too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
I was comfortable.
Yeah, he's given up.
He's given
up.
The Ash, Kip, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The strangest thing I saw in Tokyo was a moose.
Congratulations, you've just won $25,000.
The person that heard that this morning was Tom.
My God, we've all become
We
best
were-
friends with him. That's
Yeah.
not even kidding. He's come in.
We were happy for Tom to win the 25K. We didn't know he was coming in, and then he walked in. He's got the ambulance outfit on. He's
Yeah.
a first responder. We went, how good is this?
Plus, he's an ex-swimmer.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, plus.
What else?
But nudgy-
He grew up just near where I live at Boondall.
yeah.
Plus.
Plus,
Plus what else?
he's good looking. Good looking.
He's got
that's
great
what,
hair.
That's what we've got in common. We were trying to work out what we had in common, Tom.
Plus, like Kip, he has great hair.
Great hair.
I'm so glad
And
you
he's
won.
rich like Kip now too.
Well, now he is.
Yeah.
Now
He's just won
Kip- it's
25K. No, seriously, mate, we
Yeah.
are huge supporters of all first responders, particularly
thank
our ambos and everyone out there on the front line. And that we did not know that, and I think everybody that missed out will be disappointed, but happy to see
Oh,
that it's gone to
yeah.
such a
Oh,
quality
thank you.
person who does such a great job in the community.
Thank you.
$25,000, mate. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you're
but
saying
thank you, appreciate it.
your partner.
Yeah.
What's your partner's name?
Rachel.
And she works out doing the on the flats out at Nudgee College.
First aid?
She helps out with the first aid out there.
On rugby days, which is a job that my mum did for many years.
Oh, there you go.
Look at the two of you. You sound like a pack of assholes.
And you guys,
Just helping the world.
and you guys have bought a house or an apartment. What have you got?
Yeah, just a little house just out in Boondall. Yeah.
And so this is just going straight off the home loan.
Yeah. I mean, I say that, but probably
Yeah.
won't happen.
Be pretty
Little bit,
sensible.
yeah.
Pretty sensible.
Okay.
But have a nice dinner or a nice holiday or something, Sue.
Yeah.
25,000.
Yeah, you can't go many places these
No,
days.
true.
Oh, mate, Queensland's open.
Up
There's some
north.
beautiful
Yeah.
places
That's
everywhere.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
And And you met your partner at swimming club, at Nunga Swimming Club.
I did, yes, that's it.
Wow, that's so
it.
cool. I'm trying to think who I would have married if I married someone from my swimming club.
You would have
dear.
married.
Who was swimming
No
with you?
one that you would know.
Well,
Swimming
She
club.
hasn't got a ring yet. But
Oh,
sorry.
not married yet.
Still
Not
married.
married.
Oh, sorry.
You know,
Susan.
Sorry.
$25,000. You can afford a ring now. You
I've
can't
got
use
no
that excuse.
now.
You
Yeah.
have no excuse.
You got
Oh, my
nowhere to
goodness.
hide, my
Oh, no.
friend.
Yeah,
I feel
no.
bad that I brought that up.
Susan, why are you putting pressure on Tommy
Don't rush
for?
into it.
There's going to be some awkward silences at your celebration dinner tonight.
Yeah, no, it's going to be like...
Did you see?
in-laws will be watching.
I saw it one of those on Instagram over the weekend. I hope it was true because it was so funny. But they went to a wedding and they do the bouquet, throw the bride.
Yeah.
She threw the bouquet and it was like her best friend or whatever caught it. And all you see, by the time she caught it, her partner, who now his head's on the top, you just saw him bolt across the dance floor.
Usain Bolt across the dance floor.
He hurdled the fence and his car just happened to be parking there. Within 20 seconds of her catching the buffet or whatever, bouquet,
Yeah.
his wheels are screeching and
He's gone.
out of the driveway.
Yeah, that'll be me.
That'll be you. Well, congratulations, mate. Well done, Tom.
Cheers.
Cheers,
thank you.
Tommy.
Good on you, mate.
Appreciate it.
The Ash Kip Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Almost done with the podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to do for part 3, so if someone else could pick up the slack.
Maybe we could just end it early.
No. We've got a job to do, goddammit. Even if it's not a good job, we'll finish it.
Okay. Well, Mitch.
Oh, there was a moment the other day that I don't think I disgraced
Why were you
myself.
sitting on that long then?
Oh, well,
Were you actually waiting for someone to talk to you?
No, look, I'm
waiting
here
for permission.
I'm here with talent, it's intimidating, guys. You wouldn't know what it's like. 'cause,
Correct.
You're
We are talented.
always the most
right.
talented people in the room,
You're right. We wouldn't
Thank
know
you.
what it's like to be here with talent. You're right.
No, it was a nice little pre-Father's Day moment from my beautiful baby girl, who's 12 weeks old now. We're going into JB. I was going to JB Hi-Fi just to pick up something really quickly.
What's your baby daughter's name?
Sophie.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to go real quick. We had about an hour and a half to pick up the boys. We're going to do a few errands, go back home, then go to the school pickup.
Right.
And I said, Sarah said, do you want me to come in? I'm like, well, we've been looking at a new TV. We just moved into a new house. There's a place that I want to make like a theatre room. I said, well, unless you want to come in so I can talk your ass off about TV. Okay, we'll go in there quick. We found this bloke who I'd spoken to a couple of months ago.
Yep.
Gave me the full rundown and for about 10 minutes. And I spoke to him. I thought, okay, he's going to be great. I reckon we're in 10 metres in the shop. I'm carrying Sophie in my left arm. Not just the regular hold. I was going to say it's the football hold, but she's sort of perched up against, and I can just get a bit of a whiff,
parent,
right?
by the way. You can tell Mitch is a good dad, can't you?
Well, I probably proved it here, if anything, and I just a little whiff. It's fine. But okay, so anyone who's dealt with babies that are
You didn't shit yourself, did you?
So you're throwing, huh?
obviously, it was a trash can on the way into the shop. Someone else's problem. Thank you. And I've just had a whiff. And look, anyone who's dealt with babies, breast milk. Pure breast milk fed babies. It's actually sweet. It's not that bad of a smell.
yeah, true.
It's like a sweet smell. It really is. I know, right?
It's not the worst of
It's
it.
not the worst
Yeah.
smell, right? So I'm like, I can deal with it. I have a quick
Can't
look.
remember.
I'm like, is it, or should you just like let one rip? And I'm like, no, there's a little bit in there. We're in here for 5 minutes. We'll change her on the way out.
Good dad, eh?
So I go in there, don't pick up the
Yes.
one thing that I want to pick up. I go straight to the TVs. I'm showing
Yes.
Sarah, and I'm like, you think, no, we're going bigger. We're going this size. We get this guy over, and he starts rattling off all the details about the different TVs and brands and stuff.
Yep.
About 10 minutes in, and all I can smell is this sweet shit, right? But I'm like, can he smell? We've both got our masks on, but I'm like, well, it's penetrating my mask.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's stopping COVID,
So
but it's
many
not,
disgusting
it's
words
not
in
selling
that.
baby shit. And this guy, he's 2 meters away, and there's got to be a chance. And he's like, in a QLED and the OLED and the 70A,
lucky I
blah, blah,
wasn't
blah.
a sales rep,
No,
yeah.
no, I know. I was thinking,
I would not be giving you a
Quite
discount.
often on these moments, I go, what would Bradham do? It's a nice WWBD tattoo that I've got on my arm.
Just on your strapping tape on your
Right.
hand, yeah.
And then,
Sorry, 75-inch? What are you looking at?
85.
Okay.
How much I want? How much I want for it? How much I want for it?
Some of them more than...
That's 4K plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
I mean,
an
no,
8,
sorry,
there was an
4,000
8K, and I'm like, I don't need that in my life. I'm
How
like,
many
nah.
K? How many K?
How many thousand?
Is it 80 inch? How many K?
85. It's a 4K that I was looking at.
No.
How
How
much money?
Money
What do they
K.
want for
How
it?
many thousand?
There's a couple. Well, it ranges. There's like a 3. There was a 5 that's down to 4.
Okay.
It's making my decisions. I don't know.
85 is the cusp of 75, $2,000. You pick up a good one.
Yeah.
85 still, ooh, that's where it's
Oh, really?
at. We can
Yeah.
still charge $5,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's when you know you're rich.
And look, I've never done this. I've been working a lot of the football's been up and doing a lot of MC.
You've earned it,
I'm
mate.
working my ass off, right? It's Father's
You're
Day.
walking
Let
around
Dad
that
sit
kid.
down and watch
You're
his
changing the
watch
narrative.
his
You deserve it.
stories, right?
And you're a big screen guy.
That's it.
You
That's it.
work on the big
on the
screen.
big screen.
That's what I thought.
You could
that's
probably
not
claim it.
Yeah, if that's not a tax
I'll
deduction.
try and get
Now,
taxes.
disappointed kids a bit. The fun of the big screen guy at the Broncos at a 35-inch TV. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, all I can think of, look at these TVs, is can this guy smell the shit? Can this guy smell He ends up ducking away. I'll just grab it, a little leaflet for something else. And so I sort of readjust, because mind you, I've been holding, she's like a couple of kilo, but when you hold a weight that low, my arm is tensed up, and I'm like, just stretch it a little bit. So I pull my arm away, and Sarah's coming, she goes,
Yes.
it started to leak up the top. So I have a quick look, and it's come out the front of the top of the front, and it's on my shirt.
On your shirt.
So now I'm using her.
You got shit tits.
I've got shit tits.
So good.
She shit on me, but I'm now using her as a shield to stop
hide.
everyone else from seeing it.
Hide the shit.
And by default, making the problem worse.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to keep her asleep. And I'm just jiggling up and down, up
She's
and down.
asleep through this?
Oh, of course she's asleep.
How-
Oh, God, she's having the time of her life.
How is everybody in the room not throwing up at this point?
No one else has seen it. Sarah and I are the only ones that have seen it. She's pissing herself laughing.
funny.
Like nearly crying. This guy's going, wow, if you want to go to 7, then the Sony compared, the Bravia here compared to the Samsung. And I'm like, I really want this TV. I've
should
been
get a
waiting a long
Bravia.
time, but how much do I really need this? I was in that shop for an hour.
Oh my goodness.
And then we're like, okay, let's...
Holding Sophie.
Holding Sophie.
Who'd shout herself at the start.
Now it's like, and I've got nothing to change into, so I can't go out and change her and change myself. She's my shield. So if I change her, then I'm just walking around with shit tits. And so then it gets that long, and Sarah's like, we're gonna go do all the paperwork to get this TV sorted. She's, I've got to go pick up James from school. Like I've got to go, but I'm in the middle of this transaction. She's like, well, it's going to be in your name, so you're going to have to stay here. I'm like, that's fine. I said, I'll hold Sophie. She says, no, we're going to need to change her, and you can't keep her here in case anything more happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go and sit down, put my paperwork down, and I said, I'll be back in 1 second. I go out there, we change it. And now I've seen some damage. I've got 4 kids.
Yeah.
This
Seen
is
some shit before.
this might be the worst I've ever seen.
Really?
It was a mess. The colour, the viscosity, it's all happening, right? It's all over the place. Now we change
what
it.
colour are we talking, just out of interest?
I don't know. I'm colourblind. I haven't seen colours like this before.
What
There's
is-
the
what is
green
vi-
and the orange.
What does viscosity mean out of
The
interest?
thickness, the runniness,
texture.
you know
Or
what
the
I'm talking
thinness.
about?
Viscosity is
Yeah,
texture.
yeah, it
Thickness, all
wasn't,
the
yeah.
thickness,
It was thinner than I'd like, right?
Yeah, okay.
And thin is more mess.
They often motor oil is often
Yeah.
used
Yeah,
in
it's like when you
viscosity.
order a milkshake, but it's not it's a thick shake.
Yeah,
you get a milkshake.
You don't want
Yeah,
that.
don't want
no.
that.
No.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
true.
changed her in the we got in the boot or the forward
Oh, you went
drive, so
back
we've got
to
a lot of
the car.
space. Yeah, put it down. Well, Sarah's leaving. We put Will, our 4-year-old now, in the car, and we changed Sophie. Oh, she's happy now. Oh, because she's loving it. She's awake. Sees her parents. Her ass is being changed. Great. And Sarah, and I'm like, okay, and I like sort of wipe. My front, but then I've just got this still, shit stain on my shirt, and I'm in the middle of buying this beautiful TV that I've been waiting years to get for this theatre room that I've wanted for years.
Yes.
So she gives me then the wrap. We've got the wrap that she's been wrapped in, and so it's this nice floral sort of piece of fabric that I then just, apropos nothing, drape over my shoulder.
Yep.
I'm wearing a
Like a
t-shirt
chic.
and these white shoes and some shorts, and then I have this pink with purple flowers fabric just draped over one shoulder.
Just a touch of Elton John. That goes with
just a
the
little bit.
rest of your rugby league.
And then I
outfit.
swan in. I'm like, I want the TV with the fabulous colours. Give me this. Bigger the better. And I go and sit down, and then for the next
Explode on my face every time I watch it.
for the next half an hour, sit and against someone new who hadn't been dealing with this sweet-smelling baby shit. She's got her mask on, and now she's through glass looking at me. Again, unknowingly holding this.
Why have you got this?
Why am I draped in
Why are you wearing
floral?
why are you wearing a toga?
That's covering a stain of baby shit.
Oh,
that
man.
in the end, I end up, and then from then on, then we picked up. Sarah's picked up the boys from school. She comes back, picks me up. James got to go to soccer training. He's got to be there early to get his photos taken with his team. So we have to go straight to soccer training. Can't go home.
Oh, so
did
you're
you
still
buy?
wearing
Oh,
it?
still wearing
Go
it,
to
yeah.
Kmart. They're $2. Buy a t-shirt.
No time, Kip. You know my time.
Oh, I do.
I've got a lot of. I'm doing 14 things in a time you can only do 10, right?
Kmart, man.
So yeah, about three hours later, I
Make
reckon.
time.
Nah,
Yes.
Latsy,
I
does
wore that shit with pride.
this make you want to have kids, don't mate?
Shit, yeah.
Don't
Hey,
have
see what
kids.
you're missing out on?
Don't have kids. You are a good dad.
Yeah.
The Ash Kip Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.